Hello and welcome to the top 5 worst Superman comics. As the title suggests, this video will show 5 comics that I think are terrible in both storyline and representation of characters within the Superman mythos. So without further ado, let's get started. At Earth's End is an Elseworlds title that sees Superman become a hobo Santa and use a comically large gun to kill clones of Hitler and mutated Batman. This comic came right smack dab in the middle of the extreme pouch-covered 90s. It's full of some really stupid stuff, such as Bruce Wayne's tomb being robbed. That may not seem stupid, but it is pretty stupid since it was robbed because they wanted the corpse of Batman. How did they know Bruce Wayne was Batman? Well, Superman decided it would be a great idea to erect a giant bat symbol on the front of the tomb. As I said before, there are also twin clones of Hitler because he was evil and they needed something evil. This Superman also manages to get a massive gun from the Batcave that Batman in no possible way could use. Why would Batman need a gun in the first place? I have no idea. It's an absolutely shitty storyline with really shitty characters and shitty characterizations of those characters, and is pure 90s. The only redeeming thing is that it is pure 90s. It's a byproduct of the 90s. So if you want about a 200-year-old Superman with a big massive Santa beard wandering around with a big massive gun, this is the storyline for you. Hell on Earth was some kind of event series by Scott Lobdell in the New 52 Superman. It saw some mad Kryptonian come to Earth and try and remake Krypton, because apparently we needed to see that again. Superman and his super family must try and stop him, which they do because they can't cancel the main Superman book. This arc is so fucking stupid. Supergirl in this arc flat out betrays Superman and the family for this new Kryptonian because he promises her things. Let's also not forget the fact that this is Superman, and instead of wanting to talk and try and see if there's any good in these people, decides to just hit everything. This event also got a follow-up story called Return to Krypton, which read like an apology letter to the previous arc, seeing as Superman was actually being Superman in that arc. The thing that really frustrates me about this arc is that Hell could have been a really cool villain, except they turned him into a kind of Zod clone, where he just wanted to take over the Earth and make a new Krypton. They could have really got into the whole thing of him being like Superman and being essentially an opposite Superman, which he kind of really was, because he had the whole S thing engraved on his chest and everything, and he kind of was okay to begin with. Then he went mad and went insane and tried to take over the Earth and everything, but it just really frustrates me that he could have really been a really great character. This story saw Superman split into two beings because Cyborg Superman made him after losing solar energy. This was such a stupid storyline, and it wasn't actually the first storyline featuring a red and blue Superman. That was a story from the 1960s Superman comic. What I found really stupid about this story was that the new powers Superman got, like being able to see energy and turn off his powers at will. Oh, he also had magnetic beams instead of heat vision, because why the fuck not? It's just really frustrating because it was actually quite a big arc and affected quite a bit of books and stayed around for quite a long time. We saw Superman Blue appear every now and then throughout multiple different arcs after this arc, and it really just never went away and never wanted to go away. They really wanted to push this whole Superman Blue Red sort of thing on us, and it's absolutely stupid. And it's sort of happening now as well in the New 52 with Superman inheriting new powers from Kryptonite, and he has powers very similar to Superman Blue, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's something happening there to bring it back. But yeah, it's an absolutely stupid storyline, and everything about it is just so stupid. Like, why is Superman in red and blue? Why are they split into two people? Hunter Prey was lauded as the round 2 of the Superman and Doomsday fight. This series, which is literally just a cash grab over the whole death of Superman thing, saw Doomsday come back and invade Apokolips, and Superman tracking him down and fighting him. This series also tried to give Doomsday an origin. I mean, why would they try and give a machine of death an origin? or his whole purpose is just to kill stuff and just hit people. He has nothing really of worth to do anything. Superman also gets a retardedly 90s costume in this thanks to a mother box protecting him. At the end, Wave Rider ends up showing up and sends Doomsday to the end of time because they couldn't find a way to kill him and end the book. As I said before, this book was kind of a crash grab for Doomsday. They saw the popularity with the whole Death of Superman fight and how popular Doomsday was, so they thought, what the hell, we'll bring him back. They even got Dan Jurgens to come back and write this book. It still doesn't really hold up. It's still got terrible stuff and also detracts from the whole Death of Superman thing. What the hell is the point of bringing back the creature that kills Superman and that Superman kills the creature if he's just going to come back, in a couple of years and, do it all again? And really, they couldn't really find an ending for the book, so they just sent him to the end of time. Like, that seems like a big cop out. Like, oh, we'll just send him to the end of time where no one exists and everything. He'll be fine there, just leave him there. Also, Superman's costume in this gets an update thanks to the mother box activating while he has it on him, and it gives him a costume which is essentially straps and pouches. He even gets a headband in this. I don't know why. I think it was just the sort of, hey look, he's got a new costume, we can make toys out of this. And I think there actually were toys made out of this. I remember seeing this particular Superman in a little figure or something. Maybe it might have been a custom one, I'm not too sure. This wasn't very good and just felt like a cash grab for the whole Doomsday Superman fight. Doomsday returned again because why the fuck not? This series, which took place around the time DC's 9 millionth reboot, Zero Hour, was happening. It tried to retcon Superman and Doomsday's original fight. At least that was their excuse so Brainiac could merge with Doomsday this time. Also, Brainiac used Pete Ross and Lana Lang's newborn baby as the host for Baby Doomsday. Superman stopped Doomsday by trapping him in a teleporter, just leaving him, because that's really safe, the teleporter's not going to lose power or anything. Again, they trap him with Brainiac, why? I don't know what DC's fascination is with merging, Brainiac with other people. They did it with Lex Luthor on the animated show, they were going to do it with Lex Luthor again in the movies. What is their fascination with, having him merge with another character? Why can't he just be on his own, Why does he have to merge with anyone? And again, Doomsday, they come back and they're trying to retcon this whole Superman Doomsday fight with this whole Zero Hour thing. Zero Hour is another stupid fucking thing that I could make another whole video about. It's absolutely stupid. It doesn't make sense, and it sort of takes away from that whole Death of Superman thing. That whole Death of Superman thing was like an event, it was this big event in comic history. You talk to anyone on the streets, they will say oh, what's the defining moment in Superman's history? And people say, oh, when he died. It was a big event. It was a really big event, and they're trying to sort of sully it with this, oh, he didn't really fight and they didn't really win and anything. So it really takes away from that. But yeah, really stupid storyline. So that's it for the 5 worst Superman stories. There are other stories out there that are pretty bad, but these are the ones that I thought were the worst. So yeah, tell me what you thought and whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, whether you've read them, whether you haven't read them. And tell me if you want to see a certain character get this treatment done as well. Top 5 best and worst, or top 5 worst DC comics, top 5 worst Marvel comics, top 5 best DC comics, top 5 best Marvel comics, stuff like that. Let me know and I'll see if I can get it to work. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.